a special revelation the Lord wants to reveal to his people today that has been hidden to some and now revealed to many. This is the word he dispensed to his seer, Annie Schisler, concerning what he calls the new forces given. I had been praying but a few minutes when I was caught away into the Spirit and shown things of the heavenly world. This time he took me into a realm where he showed me his powers on several distinct levels. It seems that the high reigning powers in turn nurtured powers and forces below them. These powers, which I had not seen before, were not celestial beings, as were the former powers that I saw as high and tremendous beings of the celestial sphere. I saw them as a tremendous light emanating powers that seemed completely shorn of all inhibitions and restrainings, operating in the fullness of their inherent strength. They existed on a very high realm. He showed me the direction and purpose of their workings. How can I ever describe the sheer glory and terrible, violent energy of these powers? There seemed no limit at all to what they could do. Nevertheless, they were both controlled and directed in their operations and were not operating in any way on their own volition. Not destructive in their intent, neither were they wrathful. Below these powers were certain forces that seemed to be receiving new vitalizings and energies as they absorbed strength and living emanations from the higher powers.
Moments later.
And this empowering caused them to change in both substance and appearance, enhancing, beautifying, multiplying, and magnifying them. This change in their inherent nature transformed them into forces which energies immeasurably powerful with specific ends and purposes and defined places of operations. Being no longer left in their most non-operative state, the latter had become powerful weapons, and as well-directed weapons, they were sent forth against the powerful adversary and enemy forces that had arisen against the children of light. Sent forth to help them in their fightings, these weapons were most formidable because the enemy could devise nothing to counteract or even defend themselves against these weapon forces. The adversary and his cohorts were terribly afraid of them. Seemingly knowing that they were coming against him, he was terrified, for he had no forces or powers at his command to even compare with these new weapon forces. In fact, I realized that God's weapons were a very part of his own spirit substance. Yes, a very part of himself. These forces did not come against the enemy like a battering ram or like a steamroller making an impact against him. Rather, their method of operation was what made them so feared. Oh, yes, so feared. It was like X-rays penetrating solids. So did these forces enter deeply into the very spirit substance of the enemy forces. They were so feared by the enemy, for they came against him and his forces seemingly penetrating inside the enemy. Yes, like water penetrates sands on the shores. These forces radiating a powerful light continuously penetrated and unmade, destroyed, and utterly spoiled all abilities, forces, and strengths and powers of the enemy, who could do nothing to defend or protect themselves against them. Then the Lord spoke to me and said, "Now I'm going to give these special powers to my own ones that I have reserved for them. Thus shall they be empowered against the enemy." It is a strong exhortation I come with today, that you position yourselves to go higher and to go into the armory of the Lord and receive these special weapons and be positioned to deploy these special weapons whenever called upon to do so. It is with a strong admonition of the Lord that I come before you to say, "Thus saith the Lord Most High, come in, my bride, to safe refuge, come in now. Do not delay. Do not delay, for it will be seen and known and judged as disobedience. Remember, I have spoken. Rebellion is witchcraft. Disobedience is witchcraft. Therefore, you will be judged among the wicked if you persist in delaying and resisting my call. Heed the voice of the Lord and turn and return to him into the sanctuary of the bridal chamber and rest under the upa and wait upon him to be sent forth to do exploits for the kingdom of the Lord Most High, to be established and prospered on the earth, as it is decreed and declared it shall prosper in heaven. It is written, it shall be done. Amen. Amen.
Hey now, can't you hear me singing? Can't you hear me singing? It's time for a tide of my love. Hey, now is the time to worship in spirit and in truth. Can't you hear me singing to you? Be in my eyes, be in my heart. Come be my bride, come play your part. Then I shall come as a breath, and my breath shall bring the wind, and there shall be no end of the floods and the floods of my glory. Be in my eyes, be in my heart. Come be my bride, come play your part. You will see the rains and the torrents of my rivers flow to set your hearts aglow in the floods and the floods of my glory. Hey It's time for a tide of my love. Hey, now is the time to worship in spirit and in truth. Can't you hear me sing to you? You will see souls swept like the leaves from mighty oaks in the hurricane of love, in the winds from my mercy seat above. Be in my eyes, be in my heart. Come be my bride, come play your part. And you'll see floods of grace, arms and legs put in place. And I'll be in your eyes as I fill all in all with my glory. Be in my eyes, be in my heart. Come be my bride, come play your part. As the rich embrace the poor in my glory.
Ho, 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 ho. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. Saith the Lord. Ha, ha, ha. Saith the Lord and laughs in the heavens. Ha, ba, yadi, dadi. Ha, 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 ha. Do you really think you can take over from me? Do you really think you are in control? Do you really think you can control my vessels? You are coming into the place of reckoning. Enough is enough, saith the Lord. I will recover.